what do you think is the strength of a cinematographer when he directs a film?
Um, well, I like to look at it differently. I don't
Mhm,
think a cinematographer, a writer, or an editor, or an actor have a strength. They actually have a weakness. It's the
mhm,
weakness that they might focus on one particular aspect. A
mhm,
director has to be involved with everything, but at the same time distant from everything and create a film which works smoothly for all the audience. So I don't
mhm,
think it's a strength.
mhm,
Um, it is actually something I have to be conscious of. That am I going to be overlighting things?
mhm.
My job as a director has to come first.
Do you think DOPs have that advantage where they can save time, save money, and save effort as a director?
I like what Sanjay says. He's a character. Um, so yes, to a point. Some DPs, and it really depends
Mhm,
on who you're working with and who you choose and why you choose somebody. So for me, on Samson, which was a big action film that I directed, I looked for a DP with a lot of action experience, and I relied on him to help me in areas which I didn't understand where the camera should go and how the beats exactly worked, but I knew what the fight scene should look like. So if I'd have been the DP on that, I don't think I would have really captured as well as a full time um, DP. And then, on The Perfect Wave, um, which was a surfing movie, it's a totally different type of cinema photography. Um, so I had to lean on the guy a lot. Um, but, gee, I'm going in a roundabout way of answering. Um, I think that sometimes, yeah, depends on the DP that you choose.
mhm,
Sometimes they concentrate and take too much time because they are pleasing themselves as opposed to concerning themselves with the story. So
True.
I agree with Sanjay on that point that if you're director DP, yes, you can expedite the process and it can be much, much quicker. Um, but at the same time, um, I sometimes like to get a fresh eye and somebody who teaches me another aspect of filmmaking. So
mhm,
I'm kind of
mhm.
in between the two.
Okay. If there is a DP working under you, would the DP be nervous because you really know what he is going to do? The
I
DP is
think
always at the back of his mind. Somebody is watching me.
just like they said, it's the tendency is always for them to be nervous, especially uh, where I come from, which happens to be a title of a film. Anyway, where I come from, like I, I'm so considered to be one of the strongest GPs. So it's obvious for any other person, like any other GP, you had to call. It's always difficult, first of all, to have the collaboration. They're always afraid. That's the truth. They are scared, which is just my responsibility also to be able to talk them and take off the pressure of them.
Mhm,
And the DP I work with on my film where I come from, I think it was different because
mhm,
he's also a director DP. So
mhm,
we had so we like we come from the same side, or side from GP director, and he's been doing, and he's so good. He's so good too. So it was very much easier for me to trust him, for the trust to be, to exist both ways. So, but trust me, it's always so nervous, like in the relationship, to
mhm,
get it. It's not even just that we have that. It's about there are times that I see like there are directors that get too nervous also, that have not been DP before, and they know
mhm,
your strength as GP. So when they get to work with me, they get too tense at the beginning also. So I don't only see like GPs getting too tense to work. I see also directors that don't have that GP background also, that they're always too tense at the beginning of the stages, like the planning stages. They don't actually they hardly even know what to say to me at the beginning so much that, and it takes time for us to be able to build it up and then gain the trust from both ways, and then we get into the production.